United States top general is expected to arrive in Beijing today to talk about military options on the DPRK issues after wrapping up a visit to South Korea. Earlier in the day, U.S. Joint Chief of Staff Joseph Dunford met South Korean President Jae-in and Defense Minister Young-moo over responses to the DPRK threats in Seoul. But Dunford's trip comes amid escalating tensions on the Korean Peninsula, and the Trump administration is seeking to line up broad-based support from the options of the military action. Natasha Hussein has more.
From fire and fury to locked and loaded, U.S. President Donald Trump continues his war of words with the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Nobody loves a peaceful solution better than President Trump, that I can tell you. Hopefully it'll all work out. And if anything happens to Guam, there's going to be big trouble in North Korea.
Concerned that the DPRK is close to achieving its goal of putting the mainland United States within range of a nuclear weapon has underpinned a spike in tensions in recent months. President Trump took to Twitter over the weekend to warn DPRK leader Kim Jong-un that U.S. military solutions are now fully in place. And that message also is brought by U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff Joseph Dunford, who is seeking to reaffirm the strong U.S. alliance with South Korea.
As you know, I'm on the way to China this week, and I wouldn't think of coming to the region without coming seeing our close friends and allies here in the Republic of Korea.
The DPRK said it will develop a plan by the middle of this month to launch missiles over Japan and the U.S. territory of Guam, an important military base and tourism spot in the Pacific that thousands of Americans call home. In response, South Korean President Jae-in said there should be no more war on the Korean Peninsula and urged to resolve the nuclear situation in peace.
There must be no war on the Korean Peninsula. Whatever ups and downs we face, the North Korean nuclear situation must be resolved peacefully.
Moon also said he believes the United States will respond to the current situation responsibly in a stance that is equal to South Korea. In the meantime, many in the international community are calling for calm, despite Trump speaking of military options. Chinese President Xi Jinping has called for peaceful resolution in a telephone call with Trump, urging all sides to avoid words or action that raise tensions. The White House said in a statement that the relationship between the two presidents of China and the U.S. is an extremely close one and will hopefully lead to a peaceful resolution of the peninsula problem. At the same time, the DPRK's plans to fire missiles towards Guam has pressured the government of Japan, which has called for more readiness in the face of the DPRK threat. But still, the international circumstance is difficult to deal with. The DPRK reportedly is making preparations for further military provocations, possibly a nuclear test or more missile launches, as the country has warned of more action. Natasha Hussein, CGTN.